You're live, Stan.
I tell you, this is almost humorous. This guy here, you're at this is many regions. Yeah.
I have faith in you, Fred.
Good morning, everyone. This is the Miami County 2026 Budget Workshop, Day 2, August 27th, 2025. So we're going to, we tabled the sheriff and the lit public safety county chairs. So we are going to be picking that up again. And before I read it, I know you have it in front of you if you have any questions.
Two questions for you guys. One, the Matrix was unbelievable. But the Matrix was unbelievable, but we got through it. But for other capital outlays and for operating supplies, you have 250,000 for cars, vans, and trucks.
Yeah.
And then automotive for operating supplies. I know Sheriff and I talked about it. Updating your fleet, keeping that, especially with vehicles under warranty, helps lower maintenance costs.
It does.
Especially big repairs. Yeah, in the long run, if you do the math, it's tremendous for the county, saving the county money.
Yeah.
But this explaining this to
Mhm.
for the prices because there's a lot of the same amount in 2025.
Yes, I kept everything the same. I asked you guys that we were able to make that work, and again, by trading in vehicles, getting them when we're doing to operate, and so we know times are tight. I can make that work another year. Every car that's been bought or sold or traded in since Charlie McCord was sheriff, I've done all the trading in and doing. So we've been doing that for a long time. We've worked very well with prior administration, everybody on getting stuff done. So the money I'm asking for that will more than adequately cover us. And there is one thing the council and the commissioners does need to know. I was unaware of our insurance deductible change for the county. And it's now a $5,000 deductible. So I have a car dealer wreck now that's $3,600 that I would normally turn into insurance. And I think we had like one time it was 1,000, then it went to 2,000. I'm not even going to turn it into insurance. So there is going to be more of an expense that will come out of my automotive budget for that. So just so you guys are aware of that, that's the only unforeseen thing I can see. But no, what we've got there is.
How many cars you plan on turning in this year?
I am looking at, well, I'll look and see at prices. Out of that, I'm looking to do 3 to 4, which should be on our rotation of our fleet vehicles. And I haven't talked to him yet, but over the last year, we sold one to the town of Bunker Hill, and got a good price. We sold one to North Miami Schools for their school police. I know the EMA's been asking about some vehicles, and I told Herbie that I might save some back if he's got some funds in his budget. Again, it's kind of washed, but I just can't give them away because I use that to offset the cost of equipping these new cars. So there may be 2 or 3 of them I'm going to talk to Herbie about after, obviously I've not even looked at prices or what we're going to do or anything until I know. I don't spend it until I know I've got it. So, but yeah, that's been a big help.
Okay. Does anybody else have any questions before I read? Right. Okay. Number 1, personal services. 1,844,281. 2, supplies, 222,050. Number 3, other services and charges, 128,700. Number 4, capital outlays, 260,000, for a total budget estimate of 2,455,031.
So the salaries that were moved over for the courthouse security deputies, those were directly just copy and pasted from commissioners. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. And her and I went over that last night, made sure all those chived up. And again, I know it says in there, I don't think she wrote it on there, but you guys have already made your notation. But those 3 obviously are not. I know some of it, they're all on that same list, but they are not majors. They're not merit, I guess I should say. They're special deputies. They're not merited.
So we should also then be removing Troy from the commissioner's budget then as well, right?
Yes,
Okay. Looks like we got some updating to do on that one then
I'll just pull that up right.
as well.
Do I have a motion?
Then this also includes then a change for the chief deputy as well. Yep.
Do I have a motion?
Second,
If there aren't any further questions, please vote.
aye.
Aye.
Nay. Nay.
Thank you. Next, we have the Lit Public Safety County Sheriff. Are there any questions before I read?
So this has the, sorry, I'm trying to keep up here. The public safety has a holder in there for the EMS contract that's currently being talked about. We put that in there as a placeholder. Do we have any confirmation that that's one, the right place for it? Or that two, we can adjust our lit rate to account for that?
We're checking on that. I think Brad at.
Yeah, because for us to approve this, we have the placeholder in here for the EMS contract that's currently being negotiated. So do we have,
Is that where you still want it?
well, I mean, one, do we have confirmation this is the right place for it? Understanding that we're going to need a lit rate for
I have not
EMS.
had anything,
Okay.
heard back from anything.
Yeah, I will make a motion to table this until we have that answered.
Please vote. We're gonna be tabling this, Dick. Yes. So I need a vote.
Aye.
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 Table waiting on confirmation. For the
Increase the rate for the
Yeah.
EMS contract.
Come back for that since it doesn't
Nope.
really technically on ours.
got the sheriff take care of it.
Okay.
Okay. That,
Not unless you want some more.
No, we're fine.
Since you brought it up.
yeah, nope, time's up.
All righty. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Get out of here. Thank you.
I would also like to thank the sheriff and chief deputy for my matrix merit badge that they gave me.
Very proud of it. Very proud.
Thank you for that.
I worked really hard on that.
Yes.
Maybe someday you get a real one.
Maybe.
Who knows? You may have mine, but
All right. Next on our agenda is the circuit court on the 19th.
Say again. What'd you say?
Circuit.
Okay. I couldn't hear more. Oh, I. Oh.
Sorry.
I sure didn't form budget.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, circuit court, do we have any questions before I read? Okay, number one, personal services, 158,301. Number two, supplies, 0. Number three, other services and charges, 24,200. Number four, capital outlays, 11,500. For a total budget estimate of 194,001. 194,001.
Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, there are three.
you told us to hold on.
Yeah, I was trying to find out how it went down, but I think it's the interpreter services, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Thank you.
okay. So do I have a motion? Okay, there's a motion, do I have a second? Okay. If, there aren't any questions, please vote.
Aye.
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 Great, motion carried. Next is Superior Court, number 20. Are there any questions before I leave? Okay, number 1, personal services, 158,001. Supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, 21,900. Number 4, capital outlays, 10,000. For total budget estimate of 189,901. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Okay, please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Thank you. Next is Superior Court 2, number 34. Are there any questions before I read? Okay, number 1, personal services, 154,901. Number 2, supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, 21,200. Number 4, capital outlays, 9,000. For a total budget estimate of 185,101. Have a second?
Second.
Great, please vote.
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carried. Next on the agenda, jury fees, 1164. Any questions before I read?
No.
1, personal services, 0. 2, supplies, 500. 3, other services and charges, 32,000. Number 4, capital outlays, 0. For a total budget estimate of 32,500.
Second.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Next, we have Clerk of Circuit Court, number 1.
Could I address the council just briefly before we go? I just wanted to bring to your attention. I had to request an additional appropriation recently for interpreter services and psychiatric exams. That's an ongoing problem. They're statutorily required. At least in my court, it's almost a weekly event that I need an interpreter, and I don't have a choice. So I increased them a little bit this year.
Seen that.
And psychiatric exams is the same thing. A lot of the 8 criminal cases I have, there'll be a psychiatric issue, and I'm statutorily required to appoint psychiatrists to make an examination and a report. So I'm just kind of forecasting the future. I may again have to come back sometime mid next year if those expenses increase, and unfortunately I don't really have any way to control it. I just have to comply with
Right.
the law.
On the last 2 budgets, it increased from 2 to 5,000, and then it increased another 1,000 on another budget. Interpreter.
Yeah, and similarly with the psychiatric exams, there I have to appoint either 2 or 3 psychiatrists, psychologists, and just one examination I've had as high as $3,000 for one of the 3. So it's just an expensive item that unfortunately I don't have any control over. So I just thought I'd
Give
bring it to your,
heads up.
give you
Yep.
a little
Okay.
warning before you see something
Sure.
coming through next year.
I know there's been some discussion on the cases that run through the county that originate out of the prison. Those services, are those reimbursable, or is that an expense for any?
Some are and some aren't, and we seek reimbursement for any of them that are statutorily reimbursable. And the same problem is occurring throughout the other courts. I have all the prison cases, so not to single out one group, but I do tend to have a great deal of the psychiatric exam requests. So
I know there's an ongoing discussion about the services that the county's providing to the Department of Corrections for that facility. So
definitely a struggle.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your time. I just thought I'd mention it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 1, clerk of circuit court. Are there any questions before I read?
Wage increase for
Pardon me?
Talking about,
The 5,500.
yeah, what's that?
That was, and it was in the information that I sent you ahead of time. And it was, I guess, 2 years ago when we were giving increases to the different departments to get them to the level that you need to be. There were some things going on in her office that weren't taken care of to the satisfaction of the commissioners. So Sherry did not get that increase. And so it's been now 2 years. Her office is now running efficiently. And so she's asked to have that 5,500 back.
So I wasn't here for that, so I was well spiel.
So that is the reason why she's asking for that. Did that answer your question? Okay. Great. Any other questions before I read? Okay. Number 1, personal services, 307,345.55. Number 2, supplies, 3,500. Number 3, other services and charges, 9,700. Number 4, capital outlay 0, for a total budget estimate of 320,545.55.
Nope. I know there was the microfilm stuff. I know there's been a discussion about how long do we have to keep all that stuff. I think some of the other departments, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but have moved stuff off of that. Is that still, because I'm sure that's going to get harder and harder to
to
maintain.
be honest with you, I just keep it on there and it costs money to get everything off of microfilm onto the digital. So
So then that increase is just to maintain the equipment then, or
yeah, it's 3 months part time.
Yeah.
Who knows when that was, but if something breaks, it's very expensive. It's going to be expensive either way. So,
Right.
which I hardly even
someone
ever.
hasn't made like an adapter for your iPhone or something yet.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and I just we like pretty hard for to figure it out the other day because the person we had used to do it isn't here anymore.
We had a discussion with the recorder on restoring a book that has fabric in it. So it's always interesting to see the stuff we have to maintain
Oh,
out
we
of
have
the
some of
archives.
those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do I have a motion?
Yep. Motion.
That second?
Second.
Fine. Please vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Nay.
6-1. Number 2, clerk of Superior Court. Any questions before I read? Okay, number 1, personal services, 186,512. Number 2, supplies, 3,000. Number 3, other services and charges, 500. Number 4, capital outlay 0, for a total budget estimate of 190,012. 190,012. Second. Okay. Please vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you. Clerk of election number 3. Any questions before I read? 1, personal services, 54,400. Number 2, supplies, 9,000. Number 3, other services and charges, 168,100. Number 4, capital outlay, 0, for a total budget estimate of 231,500.
So, I mean, obviously we have an election year, so that's why all this stuff is on there. Is the IT contract, is that separate then from the IT contract that we have with Mr. Dennison?
Yes, I paid John Evans to come in and he goes to all the locations on election day. If he's been doing it for years and he's
Okay.
very perverse in the whole election system and the process. So we've got him running from Denver to Converse to and he's here with us all the time. He comes
Okay.
in and does our public test, stuff like that. Plus the contracts for Microvolt seem to be increasing. And we've gotten a lot of updates on our software. So that's kind of a cushion in there too. If they come back and they're like, hey, your iPads are out of, you have to update them. So we might not use all that. I just wanted to give a cushion in case we did.
Use all the 98,000 or 20,000.
Which one?
Yeah, so the Microvote contract looks like it's 98,000, but we pay that every year, don't we?
No, that's spread throughout 3 years
It
because
is.
we had to get new, like the big machines.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think this is the second year for that. So next year will be a little less than this.
Yeah, and
And
did
then
the
it'll be
Secretary
done.
of State add that paper
Yes.
ballot thing
Yeah, we had
to us the last election?
Yeah, that
Okay.
little receipt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Motion.
And a motion and a second.
Second.
Okay, please vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Next, clerk of voter registration number 4. Any questions before I read?
So I think this is semantics. I know we had this discussion with the sheriff's office. The budget that we just approved for the clerk had the chief deputy adjusted for 85% of pay, and this one's also 85% of pay. So I don't know how a lot of the internal workings work here at the courthouse. So do you have 2 chief deputies in, or how does that?
Currently, yes, I have.
Number 1, personal services, 51,835.55. Number 2, supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, 0. Number 4, capital outlays, 0. For a total budget estimate of 51,835.55.
Sorry to beat a dead horse, but did the job descriptions reflect that they're both chief deputies?
Yes.
They do. Okay. Motion then.
Second.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Next is clerk's record perpetuation, 1119. Any questions before I read it? Okay. Number 1, personal services, 21,530. Number 2, supplies, 4,200. Number 3, other services and charges, 2,100. Number 4, capital outlay, 0, for a total budget estimate of 27,830.
Motion.
Second.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Thank you. That's it for you, right? Okay, great. Thanks, guys.
Andy, my budget was tabled yesterday. Can we talk about mine so I can go back to work?
Is the county council okay with? We have time too. Yes, please. Yes.
Sorry, I was out yesterday. I've been sick and so I did watch the budget hearings online while I was home, and I have some questions and concerns that I wanted to ask the council about.
Yes.
Can somebody tell me when the budget committee was held and who came?
Budget. It was Brad, myself, and yes, and Annette.
When did that meeting take place?
Mm-hmm. Do you have? Pardon me.
I went blank.
Because I know we had two of them.
Well, the reason
Cool.
why I ask is because there was no communication sent out to department heads to talk about this meeting, budget committee meeting.
Okay, on the first one,
This budget committee meeting that
Yes.
was held,
yes,
there was no communication sent to the department heads to tell us that there was going to be a budget committee meeting. So the only people who actually attended were departments that previously knew about these department meetings or budget committee meetings, and had been asking to when they were going to happen and if they could be on the agenda. So I'm asking, why was that not properly communicated to all the department heads to have a fair opportunity to come speak?
did the email go out to? I didn't know to everybody.
But it's just some of the budgets that we maybe had a little difficulty with, and it was just a select few, I think, that and then Mandy came in at our next meeting. She had questions or issues on hers, if I recall.
Yeah, but a notice should have gone out to all the departments to give them the opportunity for the first.
Yeah, I didn't know that
And that did not, yeah.
all of them.
So we weren't,
But, yeah, should have, but
yeah, okay.
So it was talked about yesterday that during the budget committee meeting that my stipend was going to be moved to a separate line item. Was Mary B's salary discussed in that meeting?
no, it wasn't.
Okay. So who authorized the change to my budget from what was originally submitted? Because what was read yesterday was not what was originally submitted.
As we changed, or we took the 3,000 out of your budget, out of your salary as a stipend.
I don't find that.
Yes, but
But who authorized to reduce an employee's salary and submit to the council, which was not what I submitted?
we hadn't voted on that. It was
Well, correct, because you can't take formal action in a budget committee meeting.
right.
So
Right.
who authorized my budget to be changed from what was originally submitted?
I didn't. The budget I studied was here in the book. Yesterday, I got a new one.
And that's what
morning.
Thomas said yesterday too, that it got, all of a sudden a new treasurer was handed, budget was handed out right before the meetings, and
I was aware of the stipend going into a separate line item,
So, yeah,
and I was good with that. I don't
care about
yeah,
that.
with that discussion, it was entered into update the budget for us to
That one particular thing was discussed.
pardon me.
That one particular item, meaning my stipend, was discussed,
Yes.
but not reducing
And I
Mary's
guess
salary.
how because your stipend was removed, taken out of your base, then it affected Mary Betzner because she gets 85% of your base salary.
Who authorized that change?
Well,
Did you authorize it?
yes, Sandy did.
Sandy, you authorized the change to reduce her salary?
I authorized to take the 3,000 out, which then
And
affected
reduce
Mary,
her salary.
which affected it.
but no formal action can be taken in a budget committee meeting. So now
Right.
my budget was altered from what I originally submitted without formal action being done.
That is
That's
why.
what was voted on. They're voting on
You
now.
cannot- No, that was not what was voted on at a budget committee meeting because you can't take formal action in there. So my budget was arbitrarily changed without formal action. The formal action takes place in a budget hearing, which apparently these are workshops now. Did the
Yes.
council know that these are now workshops and not an actual budget hearing?
Yes, they're aware of that.
They'd all just said no. Were you aware that this was a workshop and not a hearing?
It was with Baker Tilly, and we were
What,
all.
were you aware that this was called a workshop and not a hearing?
And they said it was
You were aware that
suggested.
it's called a workshop and
We're
not a
all-
hearing?
I've heard of the workshop discussions. I don't think I really understood all of what was going on with that.
Well, so in the 20 years, it's never been called a workshop. This has been called a budget hearing. I don't care if things change, life changes, that's fine. But the fact that the council has not been communicated with to notify them of that, nor have any of the department heads been notified that this is now a workshop and not a budget hearing, is baffling to me. That this is allowed to go on. Do we even know that you can be taking formal action in this workshop now? So
Say
we
that
don't know if
again.
it's, do you know if it's legal to be taking action in this workshop that's not a budget hearing? Do you know if that's legal?
I believe we communicated with Baker Tilly, and this is the way they suggested, because I know we're all in that, suggested that this be called a workshop, and
So it's called a workshop, but we don't know
Yes.
if you're legally able to take action in here because nothing has been advertised. So we don't know if the budgets are, and from what I saw yesterday, not just my budget got changed arbitrarily, other budgets have been. So what was actually submitted has since been changed and then given to the council to vote on. So I want to know, how are any of us department heads supposed to trust those in leadership that are managing our budgets that you actually got what we submitted and you're voting on it correctly?
The only assurance we have is meeting with you guys one-on-one, like what we're doing right now.
So during that time, this time should be when a budget gets discussed and changed, not arbitrarily, not in a meeting that you are not allowed to take formal action in. And at minimum, maybe communicate with the department head who it affects. I didn't even get that respect.
and who would do that?
Who made the change? The auditor. The auditor, if she made a change to my budget that was originally submitted or anybody else's, that should have been communicated to us as department heads.
It also should have been communicated to us before yesterday morning when we got the new
Correct.
budgets.
Because it's my understanding that you guys got these updated budgets yesterday morning,
Yes.
which wasn't even the budget that I submitted. That's what you should be getting. The original budgets as submitted. I would like to also know, so it was noted in the meeting yesterday that the auditor communicated with Jackie Clements to find out how many credit hours we have. How was that communicated? Did you call her? Did you email her? How did that work? How was that communication done?
Paul left a message for her to call me back, and I've not got a response back from her.
So when did the council come into the business of cutting people's salaries? That's never been done. You don't cut people's salaries. If you have an issue, if the council has an issue with what was submitted, then what has been done in the past is you don't cut somebody's salary, you maybe withhold their a raise moving forward until it's adjusted. The fact that my deputy's salary was cut without any communication infuriates me, and that's putting it mildly. How dare anybody change somebody's salary without communicating anything to the department head to at least warn us? How unprofessional is that?
Well, and what flabbergasted me was all the hard work that I've done here. for going to be 20 years next year, starting my 20th year, and all the classes that I've taken. And I still have other offices still come to me when I'm not even in that office to ask me questions to make sure they're doing something correctly. I have staff from the auditor's office that still come up that are asked, and I am there to answer the questions. I have people get sent down me from the recorder's office because they can't find a deed for a certain person and want to know if I can help find that deed. I have the planning and zoning comes up and asks questions about properties. The assessors make sure that, yes, if they have a question on a deed or a sales disclosure. I mean, I taught sales disclosure classes when sales disclosures were new and back in Indiana. And I taught classes here in Miami County because the DLGF asked me to teach some classes because I went and learned all that stuff back then. And I've worked hard all these years and went to the classes. And if she's wanting to find out from Jackie, how I got certificates last year, the previous year from going to the classes. I mean, I have met all the standards. Yes, there's some elected official things, but I can guarantee you I probably have more credits and stuff than some of the other people in the courthouse that have credits.
And that is one of the reasons why we tabled it. One of the reasons why we tabled it yesterday, because one, we need to, I know right now it's just elected officials for the AIC schooling, but we would like, the suggestion we talked about is for deputy chiefs as well to be able to get that incentive. So that is something we will be discussing.
Well, and the
And-
comment was made that only chief deputies can go. That is incorrect. Anybody can participate in the AIC classes.
Oh,
And
yes,
further,
get incentive.
they can also, I don't even care about the incentive. Commissioner Weaver made the comment that only chief deputies can attend. That is not true. You can allow anybody to participate in the
That's why they
AIC
do
class that
webinars
wants to
now.
participate. And you can also do them where you don't even have to leave the office. You can get a link sent to you and you can take the quiz, and as long as you pass, you get credit for that. So presenting incorrect information without knowing what their people are talking about is really infuriating as well. So if we're going to talk about cutting people's salaries, I want to ask if we really want to open up that can of worms, because we can rip the top off.
Is that a discussion we would have today?
Oh yeah, we can have it today.
Or should we have this? I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just asking when is
I want to know that my deputy is not going to have her pay cut. First of all, that is unacceptable. If you're going to cut something because somebody or somebody's perceived that it was wrong, that's not for those somebodies to decide. It's for the council as a whole to decide if that salary is going to be adjusted. And it sure as heck shouldn't be cut.
Well, because it makes me feel like I'm targeted.
That's exactly what it looks like.
I'm good with the stipend going into a separate line item. I did not agree with the cut in pay. That was
Thank you.
not intended.
You know,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I think I want to make a motion to include first deputy in this incentive program to correct.
I think at this point it would be to leave her salary as submitted.
so do you know, Mary B, what level of the AIC credits? I see they've got like a gold, platinum, and lifetime achievement. Can you recall how many
I don't know what my
credits?
last certificate was that I've gotten. I mean, I can.
The platinum, so I pulled the job study thing that we adopted last year that says that it only applies to elected officials, but how the additional appropriation was the silver was 1,000, gold is 2,000, platinum is 3, and lifetime achievement is 4. So if we were to extend it down to first deputies, and again, I'm not sure. I mean, I just earned my Matrix Merit Badge today, which gets me 0, but at the platinum, then that would essentially be the same. So I would like to understand, what your accreditation level is, so that we can look at how we can make that match.
At this point, I want her at minimum her salary to stay as it was. If you guys want to add on to any of that and amend that to allow for chief deputies to be included in that, that's fine. But to cut her salary,
Yeah, so we're not, yeah, so I think the intention with this stipend was to have it separate, that when people move around in the courthouse, that we don't have to add or
and I
subtract
understand
that
that.
from the base. So it wouldn't be a cut in salary with the additional appropriation
Well, the
or
way
with
this
the
budget was
additional.
submitted inappropriately,
Right, so that's what we gotta fix, right?
Yeah.
Is, and so if the line item might change, however, if we add that additional line item of stipend, then when you add them together, her salary essentially be at the
I
same
don't
rate.
care how you word that. I want to ensure that her salary is not cut.
Yeah.
That is completely uncalled for.
Is there a way that we could get, do you have that? What your current level is? Is that something we can get this morning or?
We would have to verify through Jackie, but
Okay.
she probably has some of her certificates upstairs. I don't know.
Yes, 'cause that's what
I
we're
would
gonna
suggest that we
discuss.
get that information to be able to help solve
Yes,
the issue in front of us.
we
Would
wanted
that
to
work?
discuss both things.
As long as the motion is that her salary is not cut, I don't really care what
Yeah.
you do besides
Well,
above
I'm
and beyond that.
suggesting that we maybe table this so that we can continue
Yes.
with that information so that we can solve this.
Make the motion,
So
Brian.
that we can solve. So I'll motion to table
Second.
until we get that information back so we can help you solve the problem.
Yeah, so where there's two concerns. That your salary was lowered, and then we need to talk about the AIC schooling, where you be on that. So there's two things we will discuss.
Well, I think the council really needs to ask themselves if this meeting is even legal. If your actions that you're taking over the next 2 days are actually legal, because nothing was advertised as far as budgets. You guys are out here making decisions that you don't even know what you're making decisions on.
So it's my assumption that the information after we are done with these workshops will then be uploaded into DLGF, and then we will have to hold another public hearing that will be advertised to go through and approve that. That's my
That's
understanding.
what
Is
they
that
told
correct?
us. Yeah.
So when was that going to be communicated to the department heads that we have this other random, another budget hearing?
Was our line of questioning yesterday morning.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vote on that table.
Yeah.
So
I have we have a first
a
and a second.
motion and a second. Please vote.
No,
Aye.
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 Okay, so
We'll continue to
one
table.
Yeah, I have something. I do want to tell council, yes, you have cut deputies before. When I was at one time in the recorder's office, they did cut my deputy to part-time.
That is different than cutting somebody's salary, Brenda.
The same thing.
No, it is not.
Because
is
it's the
not.
salary that was cut.
You're
versus
the
part-time.
problem in this whole this whole thing.
Because I asked questions.
Okay, guys.
You're the one that started that, along with Annette.
and gavel.
We will. Okay, next up, health, 11:59.
Sandy, can I make a remark about this? I guess I didn't understand why it was cut, because the budget was submitted as a figure, and then it was cut, and I don't understand why, or I think that we should go by what a budget is submitted.
Well, as we, sorry guys, give us another minute. As we had discussed during, and the notes that went out to all the council members is on the AIC schooling, the stipend needs to, and we'll be voting on that to be removed from their base salary. They still get the stipend, it's just removed from their base, so it's separate. So with that, when we took that 3,000 out, then the 85%, which the chief deputies get paid from the elected official, then it's less 3,000, which means that the chief deputy's salary went down. So it was on budget, and that's why we're here. We discuss it, and then we vote on it, we table it, we discuss it. So it's not confirmed yet, but this is where we have discussions. So we had to see it on paper with the change, and then that's when it gets discussed and adjusted or voted on. Did I answer that correctly, Council?
I think the discussion is, you know, presenting the budgets as they were initially done, and then having those discussions in this format. I believe is what Mr. Wiles is talking about. So we can discuss that when we get into budget hearings for next year.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go. 11:59. Health Department.
Is this one of the updated ones, or is it the one that's in our book?
Had a lot of updates with PJ.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is the right one or not.
I didn't make any notations that this is one that came. I made notation the first thing in the morning of all the budgets.
Is it the local health?
Weren't in the book.
no, 8 budgets, correct. And did you guys, I think I gave you guys yesterday all of the revised ones for her yesterday.
But this
One
one,
you give us is the
It's the local health department.
local health.
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had a couple of changes, and the ones that I gave you yesterday was those changes. I believe that's what we're at on all of
That's
those.
local. Yeah, that's the health department. Right.
And she's got 8 total budgets.
I mean, 1206 is the only one that's different.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So is 11:59?
1159
Same.
is what's in the book.
Okay.
Look,
Well,
160.
so 11:59, which has been in our book, that is what I'll be reading. Are there any?
Sherry Ann, do you show a total?
We'll be reading 11:59, not the
928.
12:06.
Okay. Just double checking I gave them the right one.
So I believe the big one on this one is obviously there's a large capital outlay on this. I believe we saw in the Baker Tilly study that you guys have acquired a little bit of cash. I think some of that was from some COVID reimbursement stuff. Do you want to talk about that at all?
So yeah, we did have a large amount of money in our fund from COVID insurance reimbursement. Those payments we received from insurance companies for administering the COVID vaccine. So when we met, you requested we put that in our budget. We were looking at getting a mobile unit, like a mobile vaccine unit. That $400,000 is close to the total of insurance reimbursement that I think's in there. I haven't had a chance to sit down with the net and really put those numbers out. But I don't foresee that we would spend $400,000 on a mobile unit.
Like
That's
a mobile
just
truck, right? So I called it. It's like a food truck.
It's a mobile torture truck.
we walk around the other side. That's where we do the food truck. But the
Yeah.
first part,
Yeah.
And there's another nurse on here.
Yeah.
It looks like the addition of a nurse.
Bridget Thomas, we had moved her from 1161 to 1159 per your request at the previous meeting. And then we do have like the extra nurse part-time that was on there. We had just increased that on here as well. We wanted to make that it. Yeah, we would want, we don't have that position currently filled. The salary ordinance is kind of confusing. It's kind of listed on there twice. It's like $21 at $4,000 a year. And then there's another spot. It says part-time nurse, $20 to $30. So we wanted to do a nurse at $30 part-time, which is $22,000 a year.
So the health fund right now, estimated balance at the end of this year will be $1.12 million. And it looks like our annual revenue into there is $424,000. So there was but I know that's inflated because of some of that money that was being held on to from COVID. So to do the one-time capital will help to pull that down. But just so you know, moving forward, about $420,000 is where is the money that's coming in.
That extra part-timers, LPN on.
Then there was an additional raise in the health officer stipend on this as well. Bring that out.
And that does match surrounding counties and counties outside.
Brandy Neely, where is she at in this budget? Is she in a different?
She was on the preparedness budget and local health maintenance fund.
That was that new one we got yesterday, Brian. 36,000.
Oh, there she is.
Almost 60.
It had 1168.
That's one. They were just watching.
Where she was.
Okay, I will read. I hope I got the correct numbers here. Number one, personal services, 454,171. Number two, supplies, 30,600. Number three, other services and charges, 42,486. Number four, capital outlay, 400,800. For total budget estimate of 928,057.
One additional question, if you would allow, Sandy. I know you guys have been working on getting your immunization clinic to take the insurances. I know there was some hiccups and a bunch of stuff. Did we get all that stuff resolved to be able to run that immunization?
And we were fully going with that in February. Went pretty well.
Make a motion to approve.
Right, please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Next is 1161.
Let's double check that one. Real quick. Looking at wrong.
Only checking to see if there were things going out.
Yeah, making sure. 37,100.
Yes.
Yes, please.
What's the capital reserve on this one?
With the Health First Indiana money, you can
yeah.
reserve up to 10% of your allotted amount. And that was put towards getting some new vehicles. Like you can save up to 10% a year.
Okay, so you actually have to budget for the savings. You just can't underspend it then.
I'm not sure what you mean. You
Yeah.
can't underspend it.
Never mind.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
That matched it.
So then we would just save that. Next year could do the same thing, and it would just accrue until they were ready.
Yeah, we should all have it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not sure which number were you looking at on that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
That one. He was looking at.
What you do was it?
Oh, wait a minute.
37.
Oh, I looked at the first page. So this your grand, which one's about it? There's your grand total. Right, no, wait a minute.
Yeah, four.
That one.
Four.
Okay, hold on. When we mentioned the page on mine, it didn't upload. You only got half the budget. No, you got all of it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
the highlight.
You matched her on that total line, right? Okay.
So the core services on here, the core services fund, what's that mean?
That is the funds that we can grant to community partners to help us meet the core services.
So all that money goes out through grants then in the community?
And the red number is the 105 is what we would pull from our 2024 carryover funds that we had remaining.
Okay.
So we have to submit that to the Department of Health for approval as well.
Do you know, Annette, do these health funds, I mean, this is part of that Healthy First Indiana. Does this count? This counts against the health levy, not the general fund levy.
That was
This
my
this spending.
understanding.
Okay.
We can ask that question.
No, so the core services is money you had this year.
So that 45, that is from the 2026 funds that we'll receive. The 105 is 2024 carryover. So we don't know on 2025, but we'll have it.
That one project carry over.
Yeah. Yes, she actually on the last page there, if you look, has what the income is, this budget split, and then what the fund will have at the end of it. There at the last line. And this is that fund that I believe the governor's been tinkering with. I'll use the word tinkering, where it was going to be quite a bit of money, and then they've definitely pulled that back.
Yeah, they
So
lost about 500,000.
575,000.
Yeah, 500. Yeah. They lost quite a bit out of that one this year, for 26.
Great.
No, I got a question again. It's kind of the same. I made notes. I've got Brandy wrote down again, and I also have Michelle and Gretchen. They're paid from two different.
Michelle and Gretchen, they are paid from 1159, so our county health budget, and then Health First Indiana. And those positions have, before Health First Indiana existed, they were paid from 1159, and then our legacy funds, which Health First Indiana replaced.
Is this the budget that's going away? This government 1161.
That was the one that was reduced by like $585,000.
Okay, so it's not places use.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That Brandy is on 1168. I don't have to worry about her anymore on my notes. Thank you.
Okay. Number one, personal services, 33,500. Number two, supplies, 37,100. Number three, other services and charges, 212,827.86. Capital outlays, 25,000, for a total budget estimate of 308,427.86. Of second,
Second.
please vote.
Aye.
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 Thank you. Next, 1168, local health maintenance. Any questions before I read? I think we have
68. I have an 1168
I don't
in my
either.
book.
It was one of them handed to us yesterday morning.
it might be a loose one.
What is it?
Here we go.
Okay.
That's local health. Is it?
I don't have that one.
Which one is it? What's the name of it?
I don't have.
1168.
It wasn't originally in the book, and then we got it
And then,
yesterday.
and then you handed it yesterday.
I didn't. It wasn't in
It's
my
not in
packet.
your stack.
Take a motion to table this until we get.
The name of it.
Local health maintenance fund.
Second.
Okay, please vote. We're voting on tabling this until we get it together.
Aye.
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 I don't know. I don't know either.
No.
I guess I don't either.
1206.
This one, the new one.
Do we all have that? The 1206? Okay. Are there any questions before I read? All right. Number one, personal services, 0. Number two, supplies, 0. Number three, other services and charges, 0. Number four, capital outlays, 67,551 and 07 cents. Total budget estimate, 67,551.07.
So this is spending this down, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a zero. Motion to approve.
Hold on.
Second.
Hold on. Brandy don't even work for you guys.
No, she's not in that position. She resigned on last Thursday. But we will fill the position.
Blank name. Jack or Brandy, just somebody then. All right, go ahead.
Second.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Thank you. Oh, you still have a couple more, don't you?
Yep. We just plan to fill it. Or 60 months later.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, we tabled, yes. Did I do that?
Well,
Next is 8166, the LEAP grant.
You didn't print me off the meeting. What number we on?
8166,
Thank you.
the LEAP grant. And if I'm missing a number or something, you let me know. Okay. If I skip something.
You spending this one down too?
Yes, we only had one, our estimating will have $1,244 left that we aren't gonna spend in 2025, and then it'll die.
That's the account balance.
Lead grant.
Yeah, I know what's the balance.
I don't know what the current balance, I know it's a little more than that, but that's from what we put in this issue, that's what we calculated to be left.
You have that information.
Getting back in the lab. Hold on a second. I had too many things open.
What your question is, how much is left in there?
I was gonna ask them all the grants, it's not, yeah, I just wanna make sure we have everything. So we ran that issue yesterday with having 10 grand and maybe grant left that we were gonna pay 30,000 off of that. So.
What, you're talking about the 8166, correct?
Yeah.
Took me a second to log back on, so I want to make sure I was pulling the right one for you. $3,502.
Take a motion to approve.
Second.
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 All right, please vote.
Aye.
Did I even read this one? I don't think I read this one. Electron. Okay. Number 1, personal services, 0. Number 2, supplies, 1,244. Number 3, other services and charges, 0. Number 4, capital outlays, 0. For total budget estimate of 1,244. Do I have a motion?
Second.
And a second. Thank you. Please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Thank you. Next is 9169 school liaison grant.
9169.
Any questions before I read?
Hey, I'll do that. This is the one you were missing. I had Jennifer.
Oh, just going to make
So you didn't have to
okay.
table it for the minute.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Cash balance on this grant. 9169.
What I just gave you? Oh,
No, the one that.
School liaison.
huh, look out there. Brenda and Freddie, who always are here, and Mark. Thank you.
Looks like this grant's no longer ballots. We're just spending this one down.
Yes, there's no funds coming into it. We're just gonna stretch it out for years as we can to
Okay.
support school
You know
health.
what the balance is in it right now?
$219,849.21.
This is the school liaison grant. Number one, personal services, 0. Number two, supplies, 20,000. Number three, other services and charges, 30,500. Number four, capital outlays, 0, for a total budget estimate of 50,500.
Motion.
Second,
Second.
please vote.
Aye.
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 Nay.
Motion 6-1. Okay. Next, 9175 LHD incentive funds.
$75.
Yes.
91.75.
I don't
Yeah.
have that one.
I don't either.
Motion to table.
Okay,
Hold on, I'll have it printed for you.
there's a motion and a second. Please vote.
Aye.
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 Okay, we're tabling 9175. 9184. 2025 health preparedness grant. Any questions before I read?
Yeah, and then just got Randy on theirs. Are you gonna delegate that to somebody else, or is that gonna be for the position that?
That'll be the position. Number one, personal services, 11,541. Number two, supplies, 4,229. Number three, other,
This isn't,
what? Am I reading the wrong one?
this isn't the one that
9175.
9184.
91.84. Wow.
I had sent that new one in. when We talked.
Motion to table.
Table.
This is 9185.
9184.
84.
Well, it's the wrong one, is what she's saying.
Okay.
So we have a
She's made
motion.
lots of changes lately. Okay, I'm gonna get all these printed for you.
Okay, we have 1168 back. Should we go back up?
We have a motion on the floor to table.
I got a second.
Okay. Please vote.
Yes.
Aye.
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 Right.
Okay.
Now we can bring back
Then we
the
can make a bid.
1168.
9184.
Any questions before
Well, I need to get that.
She just handed
168. Just handed to us.
I just handed out this morning?
This is getting panicking. Local health maintenance fund.
Yes, local health maintenance fund, 1168. We're bringing this back.
So this will essentially wipe this one out, then we'll be done with this one.
Number one, personal services, 52,000.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
You have a question?
Yeah, I had to think of. So we got 4,000 left in this one, so it'll be, is that the right amount? And that's.
I'm sorry, I was sending this up to the
No,
printer.
you're
I
right.
apologize, Thomas.
It's fine. $54,097.69 is remaining in this one. And then my question to you is, you have Brandy, so this is one job. You have it, the job will be posted out of 1206. Then you have her here for 1168. Is that all the wages gonna be combined for that? And you have it in school liaison grant too,
there's no salary in school liaison.
1206.
So that position should be
She,
between preparedness, the 9184, and then this local health maintenance fund, 1168.
Hey, that will be paid for.
And then this 1168 will spin down where you don't receive funds.
Okay, you threw 5 numbers at me and I I was listening and I missed when you asked the budget on.
1168.
1168.
1168. Okay.
Let's make sure we got the correct.
I just want to make sure I gave him the correct
Yeah.
number. I got $54,097.69 on that one.
The local health maintenance fund, number 1, personal services, 52,786. Number 2, supplies, $311.69. Number 3, other services and charges, 1,000. Number 4, capital outlay 0, for a total budget estimate of $54,097.69.
Motion.
Second,
Uh,
please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried.
I'm sending some things to the printer, so I want to make sure. Is there another one on
Okay. I think that's it. Next up is the extension office. Do you mind just
Hang
we'll
on,
come
wait a
back to
minute.
you? Okay.
Tell me whichever one. What was the other one we needed? We had
We need
1186.
9175 and 9184.
How about 9185? If we, yeah, that we have not talked about.
That doesn't exist.
That one doesn't exist anymore. It's a 90. Yeah. I took it off of my minutes list.
Oh. So does it need to be? It's not on. Oh, okay.
It's gone now.
It's
I
gone
think it's
now.
off of your new list I gave you. Okay. Jennifer's bringing back the other one.
Oh, okay. All right. No, I believe they're on our way.
What's she passing out?
One of them that we just tabled. We had made several changes on them, so we reprinted them. You didn't have the right numbers. Let me see which one she's getting. What's the number on that one? No, that's okay. Gotcha. I may have one more for you to do too, if you don't mind.
Thank you.
I don't mind. I hope my heart finds.
We're gonna have to get her one. Are these the only two we take? 9175,
These are
9184.
the two that we had tabled.
That's what I thought. Okay, that's what my notes said.
So we have 9175, the LHD incentive fund. Any questions before I read?
Balance on that, please.
Balance would be on 9175.
I got $462.68.
Yeah. Yeah, which one?
Number 1, personal services, 0. Number 2, supplies, $462.68. Number 3, other services and charges, 0. Number 4, capital outlays, 0. For a total budget estimate of $462.68.
Motion.
Second? I have a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Thank you. Next, we've got back is 9134, the 2025 health preparedness grant. Any questions before I read?
Same thing with the funding.
This is a reimbursable grant.
Reimbursable?
Yeah, that's gonna have a negative balance, probably.
It should be.
Let's see. Yeah, I've
It's a
got it.
$20,000 grant.
Yeah, I've shown it as a small negative balance. We're probably waiting some money to come in. Huh? 124 negative right now. So that's not right.
Yes, because I have a.
I would say you should have one of it.
So it would be a 0 for.
Perfect.
Okay, 2025 preparedness grant, number 1, personal services, $7,580. Number 2, supplies, $5,950. Number 3, other services and charges, $700. Number 4, capital outlays, $5,770. For a total budget estimate of $20,000.
Motion.
Second.
Push that Brandy do. No. Fairness and then the local health meeting.
Okay, I have a motion in a second. Have a second? Okay, great. Please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Thank you. We go. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good workout.
Next is Extension Office,
One number.
number 12. All right, thank you for patience waiting on us. All right. So, are there any questions before I read?
No.
Okay. Extension Office, number 1, personal services, $88,158. Number 2, supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, $66,123. Number 4, capital outlay, 0. Total budget estimate, $154,281.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, please vote.
Aye.
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 Right, motion carried. Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Wait, longer than the vote.
Like, run.
Okay.
I have a report for you guys, but I think you have too much paperwork.
Enough day.
Thanks, Courtney. All right. Next, 17, prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Before I read, you have questions? Oh, are we all?
Okay, they all left.
Sorry, you guys are ahead of schedule. Morning.
Like,
I could call your name and y'all walk out.
Right? I was like,
uh,
I just wanted to tell Karen. I was just going to get her audition this weekend. Like, we're going to take more time. Morning.
do we have any questions for the prosecutor? Or if there's something you want to just wait for questions?
No, I'll wait for questions.
Okay.
No, there was discussion. There's an ask to add a deputy prosecuting attorney. We had a great presentation. There was dancing, there was singing. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Jack
Yes,
of
very few.
all trades. You know, the prosecutors right now are paid for by the state. This is an additional one that's being asked for the county based on the workload and what's being asked of them. According to your super duper decoder card, we should have, what was it, 5 more?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
5. Yeah.
between IPAC and the Association of Indiana Prosecuting Attorneys, the recommendation based on our caseloads in Miami County is that we should have between 10 and 12 prosecutors. We currently have 5.
Yes,
Depending on the numbers.
So an industry association wants you to hire more people. So,
Yeah.
but the request from the office has been one, and I believe, yeah, there will be a great discussion. So.
I know I handed out all specific information. Are there any questions before I read?
I'll just add on to that. Their pay is sort of dictated to us,
Yeah.
You know, of what the prosecuting attorney needs to make. So again, the rest of the prosecuting attorneys are paid for by the state. This is, just to be honest, much like we, you know, add a little stipend for judges. It's the same. This is kind of the same thing. So
Business is picking up, isn't it?
I wish it wasn't, but
Hey,
it is.
Not the prison.
are you a client?
That's not prison for
At
one.
least not yet.
Well, and the other thing, I mean, we had talked when we had met with you folks, we had talked about the prison and the workload that brings on. And then what, 3 weeks ago, Department of Homeland Security announced the 1,000 beds that are going to be held for ICE. We have talked to both IPAC and the Department of Justice, or I suppose you talked to IPAC, IPAC talked to the DOJ and confirmed what we expected, that any cases that happen out there, just because you're a federal detainee does not make anything you do a federal crime. So we have these 1,000 beds that are potentially going to be filled by some folks who presumably are feeling pretty desperate, feeling like their backs on the wall. We are anticipating another spike.
So even though they're in federal custody going through
They are in a state
immigration,
facility,
I heard that
Yeah.
some of them may come in Westfield. And,
possibly.
Westfield's got a new one
Yes,
coming up.
but anything that comes in, just their mere being a federal detainee does not make a federal case. It's about the
we've got
location.
more information on that than we have. Then
I have an email.
details are short
I
right
could,
now on that.
I could make copies of an email regarding the jurisdictional issues and bring it over for you guys.
Yes, that would be great because I think we're trying to have a conversation right now with Department of Corrections on the services that this county provides to that state facility, and we have not, I think, gotten any information on what this means now to have a federal facility. We're being told it will be taken care of, but that I don't believe that. I believe the devil's in the details on this.
Peter just
Yeah.
said he's gonna copy. Okay. Thomas, do you have any?
No, I was looking at Miss Morgan gets paid in 2 different areas, but I got
Okay, great.
I had in my notes as something should.
All right. Number 1, personal services, $155,935. Number 2, supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, 0. Number 4, capital outlays, 4,350, for a total budget estimate of 460,285.
So I think we're going to be increasing our general fund spending. So we just know, if we decide to grant this position, this is all going to go underneath our levy of, what we're being told now. So, I'm not opposed to it. I just want us to be aware that by granting this, we're increasing, 100 and whatever it is.
140 or 137,000. 137,000.
My calculator said 57 million, so I'm not obviously not. But anyway, so I'm not opposed to it. We just, as we're saying yes, we need to be aware that adding things on the general fund that the things that we're gonna be able to do later are just could be restricted. But until we calculate all this up and know what the general fund is, we're flying a little blind. So I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Please vote.
What?
Aye.
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 Great. Motion carried.
Well.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It was-
I understand your needs and understand our.
Probably easier to get than the last one.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that you guys walked out and
Say, come back.
somebody dropped. So we didn't know it was a library. $75,000. So we went back and got you and brought you back in.
Sometimes timing is everything.
That was all Dick Wood's fault.
So that 155,000, Jeff and his crew saved the county that in one phone call, one of many phone calls. We had a hospital bill that had they not helped work with us to get an injured inmate out.
Are you trying to recruit him for the sheriff's department?
No,
You already got the badge,
he
right?
needs to be the operator.
I don't want to brag, but I understand the sheriff's merit matrix, so I got a merit badge this morning for understanding how they're paid.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing they probably saved the county just this year from our place alone anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000
Cool.
in medical expenses by working with us. And
Appreciate
that's through them and the judges and probation committee, but it starts with the prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes it's our job to get people out of jail. I never really knew that was going to be a thing until I was
and
elected.
having said that, the ones who really need to stay in, which we did have a high, that allows us to use our resources that we have to maintain that. So the public's not at risk. These are people that, again,
Yeah.
they help speed up the process and work with us on that. And I'm very serious when I say it's without having between 300,000 and 500,000 so far this year, and we're just now in August. So I wanted to thank them on the record.
All right, great.
He needs something.
Next is 18, IV-D child support. Any questions on this before I read it?
I see that there's 2 empty name slots there. Are those positions that are going to be filled, or are they already filled? Or how-
No, those are left over from previous, I believe it would have been conflict attorneys if there's a conflict case that we would need to cover. Those, we have not used those line items. We're not using those line items. We're not filling those. So there should be effectively no change to the 40 budget last year.
Yeah, I have a question. Investigator, that position, investigator, I thought retired.
He did retire 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, something like that. We are looking to replace that role. However, that is not an easy decision for us to make. The needs of our office are drastically different than when that position was created in 2011. So the things that we need are not the things that we needed before. We had talked to one individual, someone with a lot more. We need someone who's got the knowledge and the background to go through cell phone dumps or do cell phone dumps to assist with exhibits for trial, as in creating video exhibits, photo exhibits. Our needs are drastically different today than they were in the past. So that role is going to change, and we are going to need a very different, we're going to need a different skill set for filling that role. So we are not rushing to fill it until we find the right person who will do what we need and what will satisfy kind of the problems that we've been facing.
I just, a few years ago, it would, I guess, thought was that position would go away with, retirement.
I was not aware of that.
Right.
But
This was a few 3 or 4 years ago. And I just struggle with, because I was, counting on that to help with our new prosecutor.
that would, where we are, what our office needs. I mean, we've asked for the 1 prosecutor. What we really need is 7 prosecutors and all of our current support staff to be effectively doing what we're doing. Part of that is changing the way that our office works. So we've made the office much more efficient, probably the most efficient it has ever been. We are looking for ways to cut the fat. We're looking for ways to shift burdens to different people. So even discovery, we have to review and send over everything that we receive from law enforcement for a circuit court case. I'm working on 2 this week. That's probably all I'm going to get done this week, because it's hours of interviews, footage, evidence to go through and make sure we have everything. We need someone who can take some of that off of my shoulders. We need someone who can take a little more ownership over helping assist and investigate cases on our end. So it's not something that we're looking to fill with just anybody. We need the right person in that role to actually help us deal with this workload that we're facing. So we don't have anyone who's scheduled to start tomorrow, because we're not rushing to fill it. We want someone who is going to do the best work that they can, and that's going to satisfy these needs that our office is now facing.
And it says no perf on that position.
That is correct.
So when we fill this, is that going to change that?
Would it, that's how the position was created. I hadn't anticipated, that, but the most likely replacements that we would have would be retired police officers that were okay with not having perf. I actually hadn't really thought about that in a while. But the position pays and provides the benefit it pays. That's how we look at it right now. Obviously, we'd have to come back and ask for perf to be included at a later time. It was never, I hadn't anticipated doing that.
Is that paying other budgets too, or is that?
Yes, that's what I was going to bring up, Brian. It's on 17 and 18. He's in the investigator role for 24 750 and then an 18 for 24 343.
That is correct. The purpose for that, 4D does get some reimbursement from federal funding. B, that investigator role should be doing some work for the Child Support Enforcement Office as well. Whether it's investigating cases of felony non-support where people are so far behind that we're pursuing criminal charges, or there's a laundry list of things that an investigator can assist that office with. So that's another component of that, is we're looking to lean more in, because those funds, especially because those funds are more or are reimbursable from the federal government, that we can do a little more and push a little harder for child support enforcement.
That's all I have. Okay. Any other questions before I read? Okay. Personal, number one, personal services, 311,096. Supplies, 2,500. Number three, other services and charges, 5,500. Number four, capital outlay 0, for total budget estimate of 319,096.
Motion.
Second.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next, 2501, UV fund,
2501.
2501. Any questions on this before I read? Okay, user fee fund, number one, personal services, 15,409. Two, supplies, 1,150. Number three, other services and charges, 25,680. Number four, capital outlay 0, for total budget estimate of 42,239.0 cents.
The current balance on that account, Annette, for 2501. I assume these are fees that people pay in court costs, right?
Yes, from
That
the
goes into the
deferral,
fund.
the traffic
Yep.
diversion, or traffic deferrals and criminal diversion.
335,158.58.
How much now?
I got 335,000. That sound right to you?
So
2501.
yes,
Make sure I keep it in.
That's quite a bit of money. Is
How
it?
much should we bring in annually?
Yeah. What's the? You know what the annual income is into that?
it
So-
changes every
so-
year because
The reason why we ask, we're fully anticipating the governor is going to be applying pressure
Mhm.
for funds that have large cash balances in them. So we're kind of going through. We have some accounts. There's some other ones that we're carrying very hefty cash balances in. So that's why we're asking some of that about what are those accounts that we need to be spending. But an account like this where you don't know, I'm sure the income is very cyclical.
it is,
in
and
nature.
there are areas where people aren't writing a lot, law enforcement aren't writing a lot of tickets. There are areas where there are a lot of tickets. So it's very much dependent on what's coming in. And now I think we've seen a good amount of the marijuana cases that are deferred or that are offered diversion. Excuse me. We are seeing there are some issues where there's certain kinds of cases that we are not permitted to file. So things that we may have filed before, because we can't test them, we can't file those moving forward. So it's just a matter of what we get coming in, and unfortunately can't necessarily predict what cases are going to come in or what defendants are going to participate.
He might know more. He handles the diversion deferral more than.
Well, there's something else that's cyclical with pretrial diversion is all of our support staff's computers are on the kind of the same replacement cycle. And historically, we've paid for all that from diversion or deferral. So when we replace the computers for so it would be Karen, Morgan, Sabrina, Natalie, Susie, those 5 positions, they have the same computers, they perform the same role, and historically they unfortunately we've never been able to stagger it out where we can have a staggered replacement system like we do with the other computers in the office. So that's something that's cyclically that's come from that diversion. That's always been a big hit on that. So I just wanted to make sure that you folks were aware of that. And there are also intermittent, large, unexpected law enforcement costs that we will occasionally tap into that fund for as well. So it's unusual for it to be up that high, but there are also big asks from the fund, historically speaking.
Maybe as we roll into next year, let's keep an eye on that fund and make sure that if we need to adjust that or something.
Great, go have a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. Please vote.
Aye.
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 Great, motion carried. Next is 8121 Victims Advocate. Any questions before I read? Okay. Number 1, personal services, 61,139. Number 2, supplies, 750. Number 3, other services and charges, 2,686. Number 4, capital outlay, 0. Total budget estimate, 64,575.
So we are going to pay benefits with this fund, then, right? So the benefits for Morgan is this a grant or is this user fees or where does?
It's the VOCA grant.
So
That is.
yeah, I'm just calling it out that we're paying those benefits out of the grant.
I think it's just the salary that's out of the VOCA grant. The
So
43.
let's change that number, reduce it down.
My sheet here has total professional services has the benefits plus professional services. Is that not what you have?
No, I haven't. The employee benefits coming from county in general. So yeah, I got the same thing you do. So it should be 43,000.
Yeah. But there's a note here that says from 1,000. So I don't know
That's
if
what we paid it last year out of
Right.
1,000.
Okay.
let's
So I wasn't
reduce
sure
that,
if it was
reduce it.
coming or going.
I've got it minused out of there. I don't know why it's not picking that. 4302. I'm just going to manually enter that.
Because according to this sheet, we paid the benefits
Yeah, we
out
paid,
of here
yeah, we
last
paid
year.
out of here last year, the VOCA.
So I'll motion to table till we can figure out the benefit side unless somebody.
I'll email her.
I second that.
Yeah, I got the same question. So
Okay,
Is
we have a motion to
Is that
table.
normal? I mean, you guys normally don't pay your benefits out of your grants, do you? Is that allowed?
Some of them.
Because some of the grants we have allow that, some do not.
No.
So that grant has been reduced over time. And so I'm going off my memory here. So, but
Because it looks like the grant's only approved for $43,000.
Yes,
and we're at 64,570.
Last year, because of the reduction in the grant, we had to reduce the expenditures in the fund and shift some of the fund to county general. So I believe that the benefits last year were paid from county general, and I am not aware of the grant increasing since last year. I think the grant operates on a certain cycle, which I
2 year cycle.
2 year cycle.
So it's
So
last year and this year.
Yeah.
last year, this
We just
year,
asked us some of the other grants we have, you can pay benefits, and so some people choose to, and some of them don't. So I'll motion to table till we can get an updated sheet with correct numbers.
Second, okay, please vote.
Aye.
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 Do you want me to verify where they came out of last year? Because it appears it came out of the grant.
I think because we have to fix it moving forward.
Okay, so you want it to come out
But
of
if they're
county
only
general
getting
moving
40.
forward, correct?
Well, that's what. Yeah, I think that was the suggestion. If the grant's only $43,000, we can't spend $64,000.
Okay.
You can try.
Unless there's excess money in there. I'm going to reprint this and have them brought back down to you. Okay.
So if you want to, we want to continue with the surveyor. So yeah, we're just going to continue on down. So when we get the information, you can. You think
I sent it to print. So
Okay.
Jennifer was going to slide back down that slide again.
Okay, so we'll go to the next one, and then yeah, if you want to just hang out.
Thank you.
Thank you. 10 surveyor.
I want to look at the approved for last year. Yeah, it looks like it played out the VOCA last year.
We have to move it because the grant's going down.
And that's fine. I'm just having her bring the new ones down. That's what you want to do. That's what we'll do.
All right, any questions for surveyor before I read?
Yeah, those. Look, that's not yours.
Okay, number 1, personal services, 94,722. Number 2, supplies, 4,400. Number 3, 1,600. Other services and charges, and number 4, capital outlays, $100, for a total budget estimate of $100,822.
Motion.
Question.
Please vote.
Health insurance.
Oh.
Another question. Health insurance.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan.
Everything was the same price, but health insurance went up 10,000.
I made him a full-time employee.
Yeah, he is a full-time employee now, so he gets the benefits.
No, number never changed.
I see. Yeah, the number is wrong.
Oh, yeah.
The number didn't change? Okay.
No, never did change. It's
Well,
still
it
last
doesn't
year.
because that's paid out of county general.
Right. It shouldn't have. That's kind of county general.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer locked up. I didn't even get to that one.
Wouldn't be an addition here on the.
Well, so
No.
it's noted here, but that amount is actually paid out of county general.
Correct.
Mr. Wilkinson.
It is.
For your
Yeah.
old
You're fine. That's fine.
vehicle. No, old. Is it old? Okay. So it's about right.
What color is it?
Gray.
Yeah, gray and old.
Rusty. Gray and rusty.
That's the one I thought. It's old.
Do I have a motion?
We have a motion
And a second? Okay, please vote.
Aye.
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 Motion carried, thank you. Drainage board number 11.
She needs to get paid by the mile.
I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna wear Jennifer out for that.
Questions for drain? Are you part of drain? Okay, then we're all done.
We have to vote on it.
You gotta vote.
We're gonna move this
Yeah,
up to your office.
It's all right. Better than
Thank you.
chasing after my horses. And she confirmed
You need to go ahead and read it.
Yeah.
Details, huh? Sorry, guys. Okay, number 10 on the surveyor.
11.
11.
No.
These. Oh, right, drainage board. Okay. Number 1, personal services, 6,100. Number 2, supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, 0. Number 4, capital outlay, 0. Total budget estimate of 6,100.
Motion.
Okay.
Okay, please vote.
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Sorry.
Aye.
Somebody here.
Aye.
All right. Next on the agenda is 1202, surveyors on perpetuation. Okay, any questions before I read? Surveyor's corner perpetuation. Number 1, personal services, 0. Number 2, supplies, 0. Number 3, other services and charges, 1,500. Number 4, capital outlays, 15,000. For a total budget estimate of 16,500.
Motion.
I just said,
Yep.
we had GIS yesterday as a contract. Is there a whole county GIS contract where everybody can tap into, or is it the department specific?
My understanding, each department chips in the same way that we do, like the attorney, where there's one contract, but it's paid for. Everybody kind of puts a little bit of money in, so it's not. There's not one line item like in the commissioner's budget or anything. Is how it makes sense. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
That's exactly what
I believe that's how it's paid. Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah. Greg is the GIS master too.
Have a motion.
Motion.
Second. Please vote.
Aye.
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 Aye. Yeah. So, 8114 local emergency planning.
That would be EMA stuff. Could we go back and revisit
yeah,
8121 victims advocate?
You guys are ready.
Thanks, Greg.
Hey, Greggy.
So it's still, so we're still lower than what the grant is. We're still $3,000, $3,400 and change more than what the grant has.
How much is in that account right now in net for 8121? Let's see what the starting balance is.
$11,870. I don't know what their expenditure expected. We can, look at this budget, 80.
See if I can go grab
Oh,
it.
thank you.
So what we can do also is reduce the insurance line, because you're never gonna overextend the total insurance for the budget. We've done that, Mary's done that in the past.
Yeah. Sorry, John. Out of county general, but
Oh, that's right, they ain't gonna help you at all. Okay, Tom, I tried to help. I was thinking it was the other way around. Because we've done that on where the grants pay the benefits, we've made adjustments to that line. So. I was still
I'm
on,
learning that grants are just a big pain.
they are. I know we've adjusted that line item before. Had my brain thinking the other way on the old one. That we've made that adjustment. We've moved that all the way out.
Security didn't do that. $300,000 month. You get like a running balance in the next like couple of years an average.
Did you? I think.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that prosecutor that we added to the prosecutor's budget, can we move that to not this year, but I guess moving forward, look at, what's going into that fund. Was that the user fee fund. I know they said they were pulling money out of it, but if we get a steady cash flow over the next 3 years, we can move that prosecutors, but that new prosecutor.
Maybe over there for 27.
Yeah. Just to
To
kind of
use
see,
up some of that.
to use up some of that, especially now if we're having trouble with county general or we don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they're going to enforce us to do any cuts to county general, because that's what's been happening with some of the counties. Once these budgets are submitted, like to Baker Tilly, then they'll have to make extra additional cuts. So we may have to make some additional cuts.
That's the one thing especially if we can do it this year, we have to, and then
Hmm
kind of plan for investing with that.
That's a possibility, as long as the user fund isn't a restricted fund.
Yeah.
And we'll have to check on that. That'll be
So that's
catalyst. That's a good idea.
Again,
Shop
on
at Kroger's, isn't it?
the investigator retiring
I'd shop at a
a
Kroger's.
few years ago, the prosecutor, he said he was not going to replace once Gary Nichols retired. He's that patrician just.
But they still need, what Courtney explained to me is they still need an investigator. They just need one with a dual skill set.
Level set.
Yeah, different levels.
Now, is that,
So-
now is that a full-time position? Did you get paid out of that position? Get paid out of two different funds for say a total of 50,000? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a full-time.
They start with a part-time and get a qualified.
I have no idea.
So he's not benefits. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
So
because he had benefits because he retired from someplace else and he chose not to have those benefits.
So they still don't even have anyone.
I'm just saying if they find a qualified person. We already approved the prosecutor's budget. We tabled the other one. Or no, we passed it.
Approved
So
them now, yeah.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
think
There's
it's
no
going to be on who the candidate is that they hire,
Yeah.
their age, where they're at in life. It's going to make that decision. She's back.
We did want to look at the diversion deferral fund amount that was higher than we expected. But we've discussed any costs with the new prosecutor as far as equipment, desk, computers, office space, we're gonna pull out of there.
You just
Yeah, we're talking about
just ask that question.
Nice,
yeah.
I'll say
So-
like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we knew we had money in there. We didn't realize it was there. So as far as the construction of a new office, any supplies, desks, equipment, otherwise, we'll take that out of the diversion deferral fund, where it should come from.
so we have to make a motion to change that.
I think we can just appropriate it.
Yeah.
Is what would be my suggestion. And as long as we remember we had this conversation, then we should, then we can just
Yeah.
appropriate it. So
There you go, back up.
Yeah.
All right, what time is it?
Yeah.
Write that down.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, just having that conversation.
Okay, so we have the victims advocate, 8121. Are there questions?
There's 11,000. We can get that now.
yeah,
And I
if
don't
you
know
want
what
to talk, there was some discussion and in the brief walk over here that the state is delayed most of the time in the reimbursement on that. So there might be additional money that we've not gotten yet. 25. Am I incorrect in that, or?
I'm not aware of any additional money that's due to us from that. It's
Okay.
just my caution to the group collectively is there was a point in time where there was a deficit in the account, which there had to be additional paperwork done by the auditor's office to temporarily allocate things from county general until the state got the checks in the mail. So I just wanted you all to be aware of that administrative headache that has existed in the past, because it's a flow through grant, comes down from the federal government to the states and then out to us, and that hasn't always been timely.
11,000. We're still 3,000 over, but the benefits out. So how do you feel?
We're just going to spend down a little bit of that $11,870 carryover. You guys okay with that? Have we read it yet again?
No.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay, victims advocate, 8121, number 1, personal services, 43,027. Number 2, supplies, 750. Number 3, other services and charges, $2,686. Number 4, capital outlay 0 for a total budget estimate of $46,463.
Motion.
Second.
Please vote.
Aye.
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 Thank you.
I have copies of the emails from ITAC and DOJ related to federal detainees.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, great. Thank you.
that would you have those.
Is there a
There's one on
difference in the
July.
detainees if they're detained for like, I'll call it like criminal versus immigration?
Yeah.
Is there a difference there, or they're all just considered federal?
They are all considered federal detainees. It's not about their status as a detainee. It's about the land being federal land. So because they're being held or going to be held at a state prison, just because they're being held there doesn't convert it to a federal
So
facility.
you're saying they should actually be housed across the runway on federal property, is what you're saying.
That would be nice for us here, but the prosecutor's office, but
Let us know when the groundbreaking is. I'd like to be there.
Yes, sir. If we find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we ever find out.
What happened
Yeah.
yesterday?
Did it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Somebody did.
Thank you with a grain of salt. Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
I appreciate it.
EMA at 11. So. Yeah.
File break.
Correct.
Oh.